Hi everyone, I'm WABC Chief Meteorologist Lee Goldberg. This is Whether or Not, sponsored by TD Bank, and Whether or Not, talking about some wintry weather coming in, a mix of rain and snow, some powerful winds that follow, and then bitter cold to end the week. December has definitely changed the weather pattern. A clipper is coming, and it impacts us Wednesday night into the morning hours on Thursday, and we'll go through the evolution. But we'll be clouding up during the day on Wednesday. The mixes at night. There is now an AccuWeather alert for Thursday. Now, this is though not the strongest storm, but it could slow things down in the morning commute. Worst case scenario, there's some gusty rain showers that go to snow showers, reduce visibility, and cause some slippery spots north and west. But some of the bigger, more widespread impact will actually be the gusty winds during the afternoon hours that send temperatures falling from the 40s into the 30s and wind chills in the teens and 20s by day's end. And the bitter and blustery conditions will last into the day on Friday. You know, while the surface feature, the surface clipper, is sort of run-of-the-mill and it's moisture-starved, the upper-level energy involved with this is pretty impressive. If you just look at this trough or dip in the jet stream, it actually tries to go negative as we go through Thursday morning, negative tilt, meaning that it is strengthening and the storm is going to be winding up as it goes into the Gulf of Maine and into Atlantic Canada. Now, it's strengthening really over us and after it goes by us, so we kind of get it as it's coming into its own. So that can be kind of tricky at times because we could get some heavier showers as things get very unstable, and we surely will get that instability unleashed in some of the colder winds that'll be coming in Thursday into Friday. So here's the way it shakes out on the Futurecast. First thing on Wednesday, you'll have some sunshine through some clouds that are moving in, probably be sunnier east, more clouds advancing from the west. A very chilly morning in the low and middle 20s in many spots, even upper teens in the coldest spots to the north, and sub-freezing once again in New York City. So we'll cloud things over. That doesn't mean that during the afternoon there could be a couple of thin spots in the clouds, which is setting the table for this event on Wednesday night. Temperatures will be in the upper 30s to around 40 during the day on Wednesday. So first is a warm front that's lifting to our north. If you look at the overall wind arrows and wind vectors, you can see that we're seeing more of a gusty southwest wind developing during the day. So as that comes in, some light snows could break out, Poconos, Catskills, north of the I-84 corridor, and all of a sudden for that evening commute toward the tail end, could we have some slick spots if, let's say, you're traveling up the Taconic? Not out of the question. As we go through the night, a lot of clouds, some rain or snow showers around. You see temperatures are above freezing in many spots, unless you're well off to the north. Then as that clipper or the Arctic front starts to make its approach on Thursday morning, we're likely to see that precipitation shield expand a little bit. Now, it still will be mild enough pre-dawn for some rain showers along the coast, but it's cold enough, I mean nearby north and west, to mix in some snow showers, and temperatures aren't far from freezing. So if these showers become a couple of squalls and come down heavy, all of a sudden at 7 in the morning on Thursday, you're dealing with some low visibility, maybe some slippery spots on either an I-84 or Route 287, maybe the Hutch or the Sawmill. You go in and around New York City, probably just wet roads and rain showers, but maybe even mixing with or changing over to some snow showers as the cold air starts to rush in. We still have the opportunity for a couple of heavier snow showers through late morning. The sunshine will come out and mix with some clouds, and then the wind starts to howl. Now, that doesn't mean that we can't see a couple of flakes or snow showers come through during the afternoon hours, but it'll be more about the gusty cold winds that are coming in. Best chance of snow showers would be well off to the north and west. Temperatures continue to plummet Thursday evening into Friday morning. Now, again, it's a clipper system, so we're not talking about a tremendous amount of precipitation, but there might be anywhere from a few hundredths to maybe a couple of tenths, quarter of an inch of rain. Now, remember, as this is strengthening, it's going to probably get enhanced here as it goes over parts of Suffolk County. So we might see a bit of a flare-up of some of the precipitation amounts, at least liquid values, as we go east of New York City. And I wouldn't be shocked if some of these rain showers go to snow showers and all of a sudden there's some low visibilities and some coatings on colder surfaces and parts of Long Island. But a better chance of that is going to be off to the north and west. So it translates like this. Basically, north and west of I-2 or north of I-80 in New Jersey, north and west of I-287 in the Hudson Valley, basically inland from 95 in Connecticut, we could have a coating to an inch, and mainly on colder surfaces, but certainly some slick spots. And then once we get into the higher terrain, a 1 to 3 inch snowfall in the Catskills, maybe up through parts of Dutchess and northwest Connecticut. And I did dip this down through parts of Suffolk County, just anticipating some of that enhancement and strengthening as the front is moving by. The Futurecast wind gusts. While it's breezy on Wednesday and then into Thursday morning. The wind gusts on Thursday afternoon will be gusting over 45, maybe even 50 miles an hour during the afternoon hours. So that's the potential for some damaging winds. It's difficult for travel, maybe blowing around some of the holiday decorations. Think about that during the afternoon hours. These aren't just run-of-the-mill gusty conditions. These are really gusty winds that could gust to 50, and that's why we have a wind advisory during the day on Thursday. Sustained winds 20 to 30 miles an hour and some gusts that could get close to 50 miles an hour. And then, of course, you take into account those winds. Well, those wind chills will be plummeting into the 20s and teens by the time we go into Thursday evening. It remains bitter into Friday. So on Thursday, it's a morning mix, then getting very gusty during the afternoon hours with sun and clouds, remaining bitter and blustery on Friday. Again, mixed sun and clouds. On Saturday, the trend with this next clipper is to our north. So while I think we will get some cloud cover, I don't think we're going to get any snowflakes for it. Temperatures will probably be in the upper 30s that day. By Sunday, now we're starting to moderate with more of a southwesterly breeze, so temperatures can get back into the 40s. So by the time we get the next storm coming away, and you can see a hint of Gulf moisture climbing up the Mississippi, we'll probably start to get wet by Monday afternoon. That could be in the form of rainfall. First, whether or not in December, so just wanted to go through what we expect. Highs in the beginning of the month are in the upper 40s. By the end of the month, low 40s. We're already getting a preview of that. Nighttime lows typically go from the upper 30s to sub-freezing. Again, we're getting more late December, early January feel here. Average precipitation, liquid value would be about 4 1/3 inches. Last year, we had a very wet December, and average snowfall just shy of 5 inches. Sunsets, we're actually in our earliest sunsets of the year through the 12th of the month at 4:28. By the end of the month, we're at 4:38. So you're saying, well, what about the solstice? I thought that's our shortest amount of daylight. It is, but it's that the sun rises keep getting later and later until we get into early January. Then we start turning things around. So in terms of the full cold moon, that'll be on the 15th, and the winter solstice is in the early morning hours of the 21st. Looking at the next 10 days, we will go through this stretch of pretty harsh temperatures late week into the early weekend. Then I talked about the opportunity for rain early next week. Temperatures moderate, even maybe a 50 within reach by next Wednesday. And then the next cool down just isn't as severe, so it'll be closer to average in the middle 40s by then. And you can see on the Climate Prediction Center, temperature beyond the 7-day, 11th to the 17th of December, the signal is back to above normal in the east, and precipitation is slightly above average in the east, which we need. We are still in severe to extreme drought across the area. We'll get another update with the drought monitor coming up on Thursday, but our reservoir is still way below average. 82% is the normal, and right now we're just shy of 60% capacity. Rain chances, of course, we have the light event with the clipper Wednesday night into Thursday morning, and then maybe a more significant event as we go into early next week that once again will be in the form of rain, or likely will be. At the very worst, maybe there's some front-end wintry mix north and west, but I think we're warm enough for rain. 30 degrees, 7 in the morning on your Wednesday. Some early sun, but clouds are advancing in from the west, 18 to 28 in the suburbs. We go through the day and clouds dominate. We get to about 40 degrees. It starts to turn breezy out of the southwest. Brisk and chilly with increasing clouds, and by the end of the day, the west-southwest wind is about 15 to 25 miles an hour. Your evening hours should be fine unless you're talking about areas well north where snow showers start to pop up. But rain and snow showers develop overnight. Some slippery spots north and west, maybe a heavier snow shower possible toward dawn, again, especially north and west. So an AccuWeather alert on Thursday for the morning mix, and the gusty conditions and falling temperatures during the afternoon hours, remaining bitter and blustery on Friday. Saturday, still a lot of clouds, a little less harsh. We're at 37 degrees, and then by the time we get to Sunday, a mix of sun and clouds and in the middle 40s. We remain dry through the probably mid-afternoon hours on Monday, but late in the day, some rain can come in, and at night, and it stays mostly cloudy with temperatures in the upper 40s next Tuesday. That is your AccuWeather forecast in this edition of Whether or Not. Thanks so much for listening. We'll see you next time, rain or shine.